Now, I'm sure you probably don't know these things, but today I'm going to go over some of the truths about chronic alcoholism and about alcoholics. Now, a chronic alcoholic is somebody who's emotionally, physically, and chemically dependent on alcohol. They tend to be in the later stages of alcoholism or alcohol use disorder. So let's go over these. Now, a lot of people don't realize or they're unwilling to accept that alcoholism is actually a mental health disease that's going to last for the duration of the person's life, the addicted person's life. Unfortunately, a person could be in sobriety for 25 years. They could have a relapse and they could go right back to the addiction, like the sobriety years never happened. And it's a very unfortunate type of thing. But this is where the mental health issue, it's unlikely that's going to happen, but there's always that potential. Again, my name is Andrew Culkin, and I've helped thousands of alcoholics, but just as importantly, I've helped their families. So if you would click on the link above and set up a breakthrough call so that we can find sustainable sobriety for yourself and your family. Now, unfortunately, someone who's a chronic alcoholic is facing a certain death. Now, the average chronic alcoholic is going to lose about 30% of their lifespan. The average chronic alcoholic will not see their 60th year, and many will not make it to 50. Now, this is a very hard truth for many families. Now, alcoholism is really one of the most dreadful ways to die. By the very nature of its existence, the alcoholic will lose nearly all of their closest friends and most of their family as well. Physically, their body will suffer a escalation of deterioration, things like liver failure, heart disease, complications with diabetes, skin issues, pancreatic issues, premature aging, which is a really big one, bone loss, and the physical ailments could fill pages of books. The other thing I want to say, in most cases, they will also be destitute financially, psychologically, and emotionally. Now, physically and psychologically, the overconsumption of alcohol could create something called wet brain, which is actually a deterioration of the brain itself, which is actually a form of early dementia. Similar signs, characteristics will take place. Most chronic alcoholics will also die alone or surrounded by people that will be filled with resentment and almost relief at their passing. So the point of this video, if you think you have characteristics of having an alcohol use disorder, or you have a family member that you think is showing signs of characteristics, know that the end of the road is so horrible. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. Everything I talked about is real and so much more. So again, click on the link above, schedule a breakthrough call, and let's solve this. Let's get to sobriety as soon as possible for you and your family. Thanks again for listening.